Thanks for your interest and thanks for being here. I'm Steve Rothstein, and really, really excited by the response. I've taught this class many times live in person, and then I've only taught it once since the pandemic on online. And I think that was like well over a year, like a year and a half ago. So right when the pandemic first hit. So I'm really happy to come back. I have more Zoom experience. I think we all do, and teaching online for almost 2 years now. We have like I say, a pretty big class, and I'm just thrilled because talking about music, composing music is like my favorite thing in my life. And we're going to be looking at some really terrific music. Some of you know me, some of you are brand new and taking a chance to like, what is this course? Who is this guy? Hopefully we'll get a chance to answer your questions, and you'll kind of see how the class runs today. Let me tell you about the three basic areas of score study that I'm going to focus on in this class. Form and structure. I am a form first person, and the first thing I do when I look at a score, whether it's Beethoven or Bernard Herrmann, is I want to know what is the structure and dive into that as deeply as possible. Form and structure is learning how to recognize and label large and small sections and define melodies and motives. So when we look at Hedwig's theme, how many ideas are in that piece? And are there themes versus motives? And in the learning of that, we get deeper into the score. And in learning about it, it gives us kind of inspiration and a foundation for a process. And that's why we do score study. But I always go for the form first. I don't start with harmony. I don't start with orchestration. I always want to know how many sections and what is the structure, because harmony and orchestration are coloring and tied to ideas. So I want to know what the ideas are first. Then I move into harmony. And once I have the sections all kind of mapped out as best as I think I can make a case for, I start looking at the harmony, and I'm going to show you, how do you do that? Do you go from measure one straight through, or what? I'll give you some ideas of what I do. All right. I look at specific moments. Sometimes I'll do a whole piece, but specific moments often if the piece is big. And I do reductions. And so in this class, you're going to get every piece we look at, you're going to get my own reductions of the score and harmonic analysis. After I do those first two things, form and harmony, then I feel like orchestration is coloring all these other things. Orchestration is coloring harmony and coloring structure. And then I get more out of it. And I'm looking for relationships and textures and the movement of the instruments and the relationships and the dialogue between the instruments. So that's kind of the order that I do. And, this is based on my own personal method. Every teacher is going to teach it differently. Every composer is going to approach it differently, but this is what has worked for me.
Hello, I'm Steve Rothstein. I'm a composer and music theory instructor here in the Los Angeles area. I'm here to tell you about two new exciting online score study courses that I'm teaching that are starting very soon. The first is an in-depth look at Sergei Prokofiev's Peter and the Wolf, and the second is analysis of Gustav Holst's The Planets. Each course offers in-depth study of the form and structure of the pieces, harmonic analysis complete with my own reductions, and a look at orchestral techniques. You can take the course in one of two ways. You can join me live on Zoom each week for the classes, or you can watch the recorded video sessions at your own rate. For more information and how to register, please visit my website at steverothsteinmusic.com. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.